What's going on, y'all? In a previous video, I spoke about what $100,000 in the bank meant to me. Today, I want to talk about what $250,000 in the bank meant to me. And $250,000, although it's not significant, I think at this point, you have the ability to start reinvesting your money into other ventures. With $250,000, you could now leverage these funds to potentially go out, invest into real estate, and start to put your eggs in different baskets. And at this point, this is where you guys have to understand that you have money that could be leveraged to turn you into a millionaire. $250,000 is, well, I said it there, it's $250,000. So you get that 4 more times and you have $1 million in the bank. And so in order to double it, triple it, quadruple it, what do you have to do? And this is where you need to start leveraging your funds. Whether you're investing it into the stock market, crypto, real estate, this is your opportunity here. Don't waste this opportunity on trying to buy a car because you feel like, you've been able to accomplish $250,000. Now you can buy the car that you want. Think about it. A Lambo costs like $250,000. You're gonna go take out a $250,000 loan to go pay your car? It doesn't make sense. At this point in time, you could put up $50,000 as 20% of a $250,000 house and go out and rent that out, start an Airbnb, or do whatever you guys want to do with this, and still have enough money to continue to invest into your business. At this point, you guys have enough funds to map out a plan to potentially buy inventory for your brand and significantly scale your ad spend. At this point, you have time to expand your team in order to push out more content for you to generate more sales. So when you look at the funds in your bank account, I would say the number one thing is to look at it from a business perspective, because when you look at things from a business perspective, that money isn't all that much money in the grand scheme of things. It could be gone in a heartbeat, but it could also be quadrupled in a heartbeat the same way. It's much easier, in my opinion, to go from $250,000 to $500,000 than it is to go from $25,000 to $50,000, because the more money that you have, the easier it is for you to leverage those funds and actually duplicate it or multiply your money. And I always talk about this, and I probably haven't spoken about this in a while, but when it comes to making revenue and income, it's a matter of 1, knowing how to generate it, and then 2, knowing how to multiply it. So what are those factors that need to be implemented in order for you to understand how to multiply your income, but also how to make your income? So for me personally, I'm currently heavy in the market because I know that this past year or so has been a lot better than the past couple of years in the market. And I've been using the guidance of one of my friends who's also heavy into the news, heavy into the market. You guys probably know about him. He's in the Telegram chat below as well. And I would say for me, after I come out the market this year, a comfortable point for me to invest my funds are real estate, because it's not too heavy on me having to consistently do market research. It's a matter of buying up homes that make sense, that will increase in value, but aren't going to be too big of a liability to me, because I want to keep my mind fresh. I don't want to add any additional stresses to my life. I want to focus on my main revenue driver, which is e-com, and leverage the funds that I have in e-com to then push into real estate, which will allow me to, 1, generate passive income, but 2, multiply my income. So for me personally, it comes down to parking income in sustainable assets that will multiply and beat out inflation. Now, at $250,000, this is that point where you guys will now have the opportunity to start doing stuff like that. And I preach this because I want you guys to leverage the opportunities that you guys have in order to generate something that you could maybe consider yourself rich with. Like, I feel like too many of you guys feel comfortable with having $100K in the bank, $200K in the bank, because a large majority of people don't have that, and most people live paycheck to paycheck. And although they live paycheck to paycheck, they don't have any other income that they could use to invest into something that will make their life a little bit more sustainable. Do you want to have to wait until your next paycheck to say, oh, maybe I can throw $100 into the market here because there's an opportunity to buy the stock? And that's the thing. Opportunities come and go, and you have to take advantage of opportunities within your means to take advantage of them, right? So let's just say news comes out today and the Tesla stock is projected to shoot up. Well, if you had $250,000 and you spend all of that income on some other bullshit, how are you going to have money to go ahead and invest into that? If there's a Bitcoin crash today and you guys want to buy up some Bitcoin, but you spent all the money that you had in your account to, I don't know, go purchase a home for you to live in, or you spend it every single month on rent or whatever it is, how are you going to be able to take advantage of those opportunities? Because these opportunities could then make that money multiply, which would make all of these things a lot easier and a lot more achievable for you guys. So personally, I'm at a point in my life where I have funds, but these funds need to be leveraged in order to, one, make our business more sustainable and allow permanent growth for our clients, and two, park these funds into safe assets that will beat out inflation, will help me multiply my income, and all in all, create a better foundation so that I don't need a plan B. And a lot of you guys talk about, oh, well, my plan B is whatever, my business doesn't work. I often have spoken about not having a plan B because it just means that you don't really think and believe that your plan A will work. Now, you might believe in your ability to make your plan A work, but you're very aware that it might not work. You have to have, I'll figure it out type of mindset and mentality. I'll figure it out means that no matter what happens, I will always be able to come up with a solution. And the solution will allow me to never fail. Obviously, failures come time and time again, but you only fail by allowing yourself to fail, because you might not succeed on your first try, but your solution creates that first initial try. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You might not succeed on your first try, but because you fixed it, it means your first try was a success. So what I mean by that is, had you have never taken that initial step that created that failure, that solution would have never came up to turn you into a success. It's very simple. It's not even like an in-depth mathematical equation. It's basically 1 + 1 = 2. It's literally 1 + 1 = 2. And it's a matter of how many steps you're willing to take to achieve that success. I've never really considered plan Bs. I think when I got into my journey here, what I had told myself was, you know, I'm gonna take off of school for 2 years, and in 2 years I'm gonna see where I'm at, and I'm gonna go into college afterwards if I'm not in the position that I want to be in. But literally, like, the very next day after I dropped out, I didn't even care to go back to, like, it didn't even cross my mind. Like, it mesmerizes me because to this day, I've never considered school. I've never considered education. And when people tell me, like, oh, I'm in school, it's weird to me because it doesn't even seem real. I'm like, what do you mean school? Like, I did that, like, when we're 2025, I did that like 6 years ago. I graduated. Why are you still in school? You know what I mean? But it's because when it came to college and university, my mind fizzled that out to the point where I didn't even realize it still existed. I didn't know people still had homework. And so when you invest into your craft to the fullest, because this will allow you to open up your mind to perceive the things that you want to achieve. That being said, guys, this will bring us to the end of today's video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, the link to the Telegram group chat is in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.